This video is going to be simple, but I'm going to show you something that we are in trouble. And I'm going to tell you that we are in trouble. And you can do this at yourself at home. And yes, you can use actually something like this to actually figure out how much actually radiation is in your house. Now right now I'm in the city. Normally I try not to be in the city anymore, but I'm in the city right now, and this is my grand's water. You can see the water line just right around there. I'm gonna pan in a little bit and look how much condensation. Okay, and then the empty bottle that's been sitting for a while even have condensation, and they're all down here too. Okay, all over there. Sorry, all over there. Okay, now let's get back to this one, because this one have more. Ask yourself this very simple question. How can a bottle without heat, without environmental change, because I told my grandmother to leave the air conditioner on and to leave the room on, stabilize about, because I told her that's please stays around 66 degrees. So she keep her air conditioner on at 66 degrees. Right now, I can understand if this was outside, because we're like 80 something degree right now and outside. So I understand. But ask yourself this very simple question. How can there be so much condensation from here to here? Why the temperature is 66 degrees and it's been stabilized all 24/7. Yes, my grandmother leave her air conditioner on because she got central air, and leave it on for 66 degrees. The whole house is 66 degrees because I told her that's the safest temperature for her, because she's old. I don't want her to catch COVID-19, so I tell her to stay at 66 degrees. I have to bleep something out there. Sorry, a little bit. I can't mention it, but I'll write it in the thing there for you. I can't mention certain things in the video because YouTube would suppress them. I'm learning. So since she lives in the city, I actually see more condensation in these bottles than where we live. And here's the thing. Here's the funny part. Where my dad lives is in the boon. He does not keep these bottles or the house at 66 degrees, and you would see less. I wish I have made a video when I was there. Look at this one. See? Same thing. Look how much there is in there. And this is empty bottle. It's like somebody heating it up. Can you imagine? Somebody went into here, okay, and actually heat up the bottle. Yeah, right. No one's here heating up the bottles. The temperatures always sticks at 66 degrees. But here's the problem. How can you get this condensation in here that to leave? And yes, this is going to tie, I'm going to tie this video to my next video. Too much radiation. It's because we have too much radiation That's how we get so much condensation in the bottom. If you learn about radiation, which I will teach you, if you learn about how radiation works, I have that video. I'll link it right up here for you. And you can learn a little bit about radiation. But also too, I have another video coming. I'm going to show you what's going on with the world with too much radiation. And yes, I'm in the process of making that video. So hang on. But this is part of it. This would be telling you the telltale of that we are having too much radiation. And yes, you can seriously, you can actually, you don't even have to have a meter or anything to measure your radiation. You can actually put a little bottle like this, and you can tell if there's a lot of condensation, that means we have a lot of radiation. Yes. I will explain that in the video. I will link it up here when I make it, okay? When I make it, I'll link it up here. It'll be the second video, because the first video is the other video. It's about learning how radiation works. The second video will be down to here. You will see it as there's an eye up here, and it'll tell you, okay? But this is just a short, simple video. Quick, short, and simple, that we are in trouble. I'm just telling you that. There are too much radiation right now. And we are in trouble. I don't have to explain to you further than that. Because you can see, just look at your surrounding. You will see that we are in trouble. And this example right here, just by having this bottle right here, will tell you a lot about the environment that you are in. Can you imagine? This has not been cooked. This has not been in the hot. This has not been in the cold. It stays stabilized at the same temperature. But how? How? Okay? I asked the question, how can the water evaporate? Well, I will actually teach you how it actually does that too. I will teach you how water actually evaporate. No one in this history actually go into the detail of how actually evaporate. Well, I will explain that later in another video. I'll explain it in detail. It's due to radiation. Okay? But I'll go into that further in the video just in case people wants to learn. But as of right now, you can tell just by this bottle here alone. Just by this bottle of water here alone, because it's just a regular water. There's nothing spectacular about it. I'll pan it out for you so you can see. See, it's just her drinking water. That's all it is. But the question is, how can there be so much condensation in the water? It is impossible, right? It is impossible to have a greenhouse effect like we have what we're having right now on the earth. It's the same thing. It's the same principle. And I will go into that detail later in that video, and I'm telling you, I will go into it. I will tell you how much of a trouble we are in. We are in trouble. That's all I'm going to tell you guys. And if anybody find this video, you will know. All you have to do is go into your own research and you will know. All you have to do, you don't have to, the meters will not measure these because it's in nano. Nano, remember, radiation is in nano. You can measure large doses of radiation, but in smaller dosage of radiation, you cannot measure them because it's in nano. But you can use water. And all you have to do, you wanna test my theory out? All you have to do is go into a nuclear disaster. What do they use? Water. There you go. There's your answer. But I'm just telling you right now, before I go, There is a lot of radiations in the air right now. Okay? And we are in trouble. That's all I'm going to tell you. All the sickness, it's related to this. Okay? Please remember that. And I will be the one that will telling you that we are in trouble because of all the radiations in the air. I will explain that in my video, the longer video that I'm making. Why, how, where do we get it, blah, 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 blah. But I'm telling you right now, just by this right here. So if you want to test this out, put about 3/4 of a water in your container and then leave it and close it up like that. Because you don't want air to go into it, and see how much condensation you really get from your house. And remember, keep the room about 60 something degree, okay? So that way it'll be fair, and see how much evaporation like these. That's what they call them, okay? I'll pan it really close. You see how much there is in there, okay? That's how much I have in this bottle. Okay? That alone will tell you how much is actually radiation is in the air. And no, I did not cheat and go outside and leave this bottle outside for them to evaporate. Because then here's the question. How you explain that one? Oops, sorry. How you explain this one? It just sat there. And look how much condensation there is up here. Look at it around. All over the place. The whole thing. Not that much water in here. Look. This is actually her empty bottle. See? See? Few drops in there. Because it's all evaporate. How? Ask yourself one simple question. How can water evaporate? It cannot evaporate unless radiation is involved. And like I said, and I'll say it one more time, because of that, you can tell your environment how much actually radiation is in the air where you are right now, just by this simple thing right here. Just put 3/4 of water in there and the rest just like this, and you can see how much radiation is coming out. Because radiation rise. Radiation helps the water molecule to rise. And this falls to a lot of principle, and I will teach you that later, okay? But for now, I am going to tell you one more time before I go. We are in trouble. And no, I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm just telling you the fact that just by this alone, you can tell how much we are in trouble. Just by observing this water in these bottles right here, you can tell how much we are really in trouble. Okay? Other than that, that's about it on this video, and I will see you in the next video. Okay?